Hello again, everyone. We're here doing the lessons of A Course in Miracles, and today we are doing lesson number 164. Now are we one with Him who is our source. And I just want to say thank you so much for everyone who commented yesterday, and I felt a lot of love energy, so I believe that we're all connected. And no coincidence that I was having a crappy day on a day where our lesson talked about there is no death and the Son of God is free. And I feel like the realization that I had is just, it was just in the text reading of talking about how I experience feelings of fear, anger, resentment, depression, anxiety, because I still believe in death. And we're all going through this transition process of letting the meat of these lessons really like anchor down into our consciousness. So I feel like I have this like heady knowing and agreement with the words, but obviously inside of my mind-body complex, there's still the split mind. There's still this obvious and clear belief in the story that we're told about death and the programming that we have around, like, when you're in a overwhelming, stressful situation, there's something in there that's guiding me to feel the way that I feel. And I also believe I'm manufacturing all of that as well. But so now it's almost like we're going through our own sort of a death process. So we've let go of that, at least in a hopeful expectation kind of a way. And today we're going to talk about how we are one with God, who is our source. What time but now can truth be recognized? The present is the only time there is. And so today, this instant, now, we come to look upon what is forever there, not in our sight, but in the eyes of Christ. He looks past time and sees eternity as represented there. He hears the sounds and senseless, busy world engenders, yet he hears them faintly. For beyond them, all he hears the song of heaven and the voice for God, more clear, more meaningful, more near. The world fades easily away before his sight. Its sounds grow dim. A melody from far beyond the world increasingly is more and more distinct. An ancient call to which he gives an ancient answer. Oh, it's getting good now. You will recognize them both, for they are but your answer to your Father's call to you. Christ answers for you, echoing yourself, using your voice to give his glad consent, accepting your deliverance for you. How holy is your practicing today, as Christ gives you his sight and hears for you and answers in your name the call he hears. How quiet is the time you give to spend with him beyond the world. How easily are all your seeming sins forgot and all your sorrows unremembered. On this day is grief laid by, for sights and sounds that come from nearer than the world are clear to you, who will today accept the gift he gives. So on this day, grief is laid by. I do feel like, oh gosh, and there's a chipmunk right there. He just noticed me. Oh, they're like my favorite animals. I think they're so freaking cute. He's just looking at me. Ooh, okay, so I'm gonna keep reading. But I wanna repeat this one part. On this day, grief is laid by. So of course I'm thinking about my dog, and of course a chipmunk shows up right in my face, still sitting there listening to me, by the way. For sights and sounds that come from nearer than the world are clear to you. So nearer than this world, this chipmunk is, oh my God. Nearer than this world. So I feel like this world, in other words, like our 3D material world, heaven is closer. The ultimate reality is closer than this world. And it's nearer to us today. And it's clear to us if we accept the gifts he gives. So I don't know, you guys, like as going through these lessons now for the third time, now getting more into it because I'm making these videos, it's this idea of acceptance. Like, I know that death isn't real, but obviously I still have beliefs about it. Otherwise, I wouldn't see and experience these negative emotions. The chipmunk just left. However, I also feel in my heart that what we're learning here about this whole thing being an illusion is also absolutely true. But I guess there's just still these conflicting places in my mind. Otherwise, I wouldn't have these experiences that feel kind of like, meh. So anyway, all right, here we go. There is a silence into which the world cannot intrude, thank goodness. There is an ancient peace you carry in your heart and have not lost, thank goodness. There is a sense of holiness in you the thought of sin has never touched, thank goodness. All of this today you will remember. Faithfulness in practicing today will bring rewards so great and so completely different from all things you sought before that you will know that here your treasure is and here your rest. This is the day when vain imaginings part like a curtain to reveal what lies beyond them. Now is what is really there made visible, while all the shadows which appeared to hide it merely sink away. Now is the balance righted, and the scale of judgment left to him who judges true. And in his judgment will the world unfold in perfect innocence before your eyes. Now will you see it with the eyes of Christ. Now is its transformation clear to you. Brother, this day is sacred to the world. Your vision, given you from far beyond all things within the world, looks back on them in a new light. And what you see becomes the healing of salvation of the world. The valuable and valueless are both perceived and recognized for what they are. And what is worthy of your love receives your love, while nothing to be feared remains. I'm going to say that again. And what is worthy of your love receives your love, while nothing to be feared remains. That is a good thing to experience. We will not judge today. We will receive but what is given us from judgment made beyond the world. Our practicing today becomes our gift of thankfulness for our release from blindness and from misery. All that we see will but increase our joy because its holiness reflects our own. We stand forgiven in the sight of Christ, with all the world forgiven in our own. We bless the world as we behold it in the light in which our Savior looks on us, and offer it the freedom given us through his forgiving vision, not our own. Open the curtain in your practicing by merely letting go all things you think you want, your trifling treasures put away, and leave a clean and open space within your mind where Christ can come and offer you the treasure of salvation. Now, it came to me just a moment ago, your trifling treasures put away. I'm in the process of moving, and I'm literally like throwing away, giving away, selling a lot of my trifling treasures. So that's so funny, Jesus. Thank you for that. He has need of your most holy mind to save the world. Is not the purpose worthy to be yours? Is not Christ's vision worthy to be sought above the world's unsatisfying goals? Let not today slip by without the gifts it holds for you, receiving your consent and your acceptance. We can change the world if you acknowledge them. You may not see the value your acceptance gives the world, but this you surely want. You can exchange all suffering for joy this very day. Practice in earnest, and the gift is yours. Would God deceive you? Can his promise fail? Can you withhold so little when his hand holds out complete salvation to his son? Wow. Well, that one really resonated with me and was very exciting to have that chipmunk arrive when I was trying to make a point. I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, let's see what A Year of Forgiveness has to say about Lesson 164. Now are we one with him who is our source. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one you know as Jesus. Today is the only day that you can choose to do this work. You can put it off until tomorrow, because tomorrow will become today. So why not start to own your power now? Why not start to trust in this process completely and absolutely? Many of you resist these lessons and complain a little bit that you have to do them. Many of you do them with a more rote behavior than truly believe that they change your mind. Let us all take upon our shoulders the knowing that salvation comes today. Know that you can connect with the divine today. Know that you do not have to suffer anymore. Ooh, let me receive that and take it in. Know that you do not have to suffer anymore. Suffering comes from distortions in the mind, and those distortions are there because we allow them to be there. Oh, it's so easy. We want you to choose love today. It is the only day that you can choose it. Why put it off? Why suffer tomorrow? Why suffer the day after? Begin today to claim your place in salvation. Begin today to free up your mind so that I may use it together with your free will, with your blessing, and can work together to transform and shift this world. Suffering has gone on long enough on your planet, and these escalating energies bring up all the shadows of all the beings on this plane. It is not optional anymore. The time for procrastination is over. Dedicate yourself to love and clarity. Clear some space on your hard drive, so to speak, so that we can download some new software for you. The software installed on your hard drive is not loving. It is not good for you. And it does not make you happy. So free up that space. Get rid of those ideas and beliefs that you know cause you pain and suffering. Judgment, fear, guilt, shame, and anger. Ask them to be taken from you. You do not want them anymore. So I'm gonna do that right now. Please, God, please, 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 please take away my fear, my judgment, my anger, my resentment. Please take it away. I am a child of God. I know that this is real. I want this freedom that I'm learning about. I want to feel it. I want to feel it while I'm in this body. I don't want to have to wait until I'm going to the light. I want to feel it now. I want to be a communication device for you always. Please take it from me. Okay. They do not serve you. You must do this with your free will. You must ask for help. And I just showed you how to do it. You must say, please take these thoughts from me. I do not want them anymore. For your part, do not believe those thoughts anymore. Do not empower those thoughts anymore. Do not act as if those thoughts are true anymore. Begin to see any unloving ideas you have in your mind as unwelcome visitors that you now evict from your mind. I am that one you know as Jesus, and we'll see you again tomorrow. All right, good luck, everyone, with asking to have those things removed and really believing that we've transitioned from yesterday's lesson into today's lesson, which is a whole new level, according to the text that we're reading here, according to Jesus. And I really believe that. Like, you know what? Fake it till you make it. Let's play along. You know, it doesn't matter what day you're on or when you actually do this lesson, but make today be markedly different than yesterday. And ask for that help. Ask for the removal of all those things that are not serving you. And yeah, wait and see what happens. Lots of love to all. Thank you again for your support and love as I go through this transition. Whenever it is you're watching these lessons, it doesn't matter because time isn't real. We're here for each other. This is a beautiful community of loving, supportive beings who truly believe that we're changing the world by doing this work. So keep it up. I will too, and I'll see you tomorrow.